All right, so today we are going to do two things. The first thing that we need to make sure we can do today is define chemiosmosis, and we're also going to compare the process as it occurs in mitochondria and a chloroplast. All right. So before we get started on reviewing these two diagrams, what I'd like you guys to do is grab the article that I've laid out on your table for you. On the front is a brief reading on that process, and you should also have a second handout that looks like this. In the first box, I'm going to give you 5 minutes, and what I would like you to do in the 5 minutes is to read through this article. Do not make any notes, don't highlight, just read through the article, and then after reading the article, in 2 to 3 sentences, write a brief summary about the article. All right? Questions? Go ahead and get started. 5 minutes. I'll let you know when your time's up. You have 3.5 minutes remaining. Two and a half minutes. Try to wrap up in 30 seconds. Just a brief summary, 2 to 3 sentences. right, go ahead and wrap up your final thoughts. And Ben, could you share out what you wrote for your summary, please?
Sure. I clarified the process of chemiosmosis, which was basically electron transport chains move protons from an area of low hydrogen ion concentration to an area of high hydrogen ion concentration across the membrane. The protons then diffuse back across the membrane, which synthesizes more ATP.
All right, perfect. Nicole, could you share your response out, please?
That it uses a series of redox reactions, hydrogen pumps and electron carriers, to change sugar into usable energy ATP.
Okay, and Rebecca, what did you say?
I said chloroplasts use electrons from water and the light energy to complete the electron transport chain, while mitochondria use energy from food sources.
All right, good. So those are some pretty good starting summaries. Well, now what I would like you guys to do is I want you to reread this article. And this time, when you go through, I want you to take the highlighters that I've handed you and go through and highlight any phrases, words, or sentences that you don't know or that you need clarification on. And then using any resource you have available, so the book in front of you, the context clues in the worksheet, or myself and each other, I want you to then try to work through defining those terms and those phrases that you're unsure of. Okay? So go ahead and take about 10 minutes and work through that, and I'll be around to answer any questions that you have. Any word or phrase that you're unsure of. When you're finished, take those highlighted words or phrases and write those phrases and words out in the second box where it says, so what? And make sure that you try to define those terms. Use any resource you have. You can use each other, use the context clues within the reading, or you can use your textbook as well to kind of help you work through some of those vocab terms. About 5 more minutes to try to get some of these terms defined. And if you can't define one, just kind of leave it blank for right now, and we'll discuss it in a few minutes. If you actually flip over your page, there's a diagram, and this is showing you what a cytochrome would look like, or a protein inside that membrane.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're on campus, students, if you're still in this building, you need to be with a coach or a teacher. If you're not, you have 3 minutes to get out of this building or you're trespassing. If your coach is not on campus, you have to leave. Thank you and depart.
There might be some more information on this page to kind of help you out. Yep, right around down here.
Yeah, because we didn't really talk about that.
Take another minute to wrap up your thoughts.
So it's where it's talking about the phosphorylation.